Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, it's that time of the week again, the testimonial time. I just want to thank all my family members, friends and loved ones and my subscribers all over the world. I just want to tell you about a life-changing product that I found when I had the surveyor sickness in 2021. I was quite bad. I was almost 90 days in my room. I got Delta pneumonia, and it was a touch and go. Didn't think I'd make it through. At the same time, I lost my mom, my dad, a grandson, and my mother-in-law within 8 months. And like I say, it was touch and go, and I would have joined them. There was days that I didn't think I was going to make it. And I come across this life-changing product, and I made a promise to myself that if I got through this severe sickness, I would love to help people that are suffering and that are in pain all over the world. So I'm on my mission now to honor my promise to myself. The way I got started, I actually forgot about it. And then in 2023, July 2023, I met up with one of my old customers and we became friends. And he had been fighting colon cancer for 2 years already. And when I went and visited him, he was at home, he couldn't work. He gave me such a fright of the way he looked. He had no hair, he was yellow in the face, he could hardly walk. And the light came on in my mind about the promise that I made to myself. So I joined this company that I saw when I had that severe sickness, and I got him a packet of these vertical patches. So what it is, I just want to tell you about it. That is how it looks. I call it a miracle patch. It's a X39 stem cell activation patch. So what this does, you stick it on your body. It activates your copper peptides in your body, which in turn activates your stem cells, because your stem cells are the building blocks of your body. The stem cells, when you turn 30, you lose half of your stem cells, and when you turn 60, you lose the rest of them. So what this thing does, it reactivates your own stem cells in your body. This is how it looks. It comes in a packet like this, X39. There are 30 patches in a packet like this. So, and that's how it looks. You just stick it on you. It's like a band-aid. No needles, no injections, no a big form of poison going into your body. It's a non-invasive patch, so nothing goes into your body. So let me tell you a little bit more about this fantastic technology. I got it for my friend with the colon cancer. I got to him and he said, I asked him, what happened? You looking very bad. So he told me, no, he went for a scan and they found lesions of cancer on his lungs. So it had spread from the colon to the lungs. And that's why he was so sick. I'll tell you something, I don't think that man would have made the end of 2023, the way he looked at that. So in any case, I got him a pack of these patches. Within a month and a half, He couldn't wear it every day like they want you to. But within a month and a half, they started seeing that the lesions are getting smaller on the lungs, and his appetite was coming back. He was yellow. He didn't have a hair on his head, and he's not young. He's a 70-year-old man, so he's not a youngster. So after that month, they done tests and they see the lesions are getting smaller. They started cutting down his chemo every second week. He used to do about 14 hours of chemo every second week. So when you're doing chemo, you can't wear this technology because you don't want it to affect what the chemo is doing. So whenever he finished with the chemo, he would put a patch on, and he turned his life, well, this little medical patch turned his life 380 degrees. The man is totally different. We're now in 2024. It's about a year that he's on the patch, and he's back in the shop. He's working, and in his own shop, he's got 5 tobacconists, and I put all my faith in this medical patch. So I think it would be a crime not to tell my friends that were in my life before this severe sickness. And I think it would be a sin, because there are so many people out there that are suffering with something and that are in pain and that. So this is where I am. I'm on a route to try and help as many people in the world that I can. So this little patch is called, it's the Power of Life Ways X39. It reactivates your stem cells in your body, your own stem cells, and every couple of days you get brand new, younger stem cells that fight any disease in your body and anything that comes in your body, like colds and flus and that. It fights it and it gets rid of it. So the testimonial of the week is up above there, and as you can see on the slide, we have 180 worldwide patents on the products. There's not only this one patch, there's a number of patches. There's about 10 or 15 other patches. This is our flagship patch. This one has only been out for about 18 months to 2 years. Battled about 13 years to get the patent on this. We were taken to court by Big Pharma a couple of times, but we managed to get the patents on this, and it was launched about 2 years ago. But this is the flagship one. This one is the one that activates your stem cells in your body. So you can only get this product from us at Lifeways. One of the brand partners. You won't find it in a pharmacy or chemist or something like that. It's the only technology of its kind in the world today. It's the medical doctors and that only expected this to come out. They said in about 20 years to 50 years it would have taken to come out. But this medical patch is here now. What it's done for my friend and what it's done for me, my family. I had lung damage from the severe sickness, and uh, my count is now, my lung capacity count is now 98%. I had arthritis in my hands, on my uh, thumbs, yeah. I couldn't pick up a brick or something with one hand. I had to do it with two hands. It is gone. There is no pain. This is the arthritis that it's taken away. And my wife, she's also on it. We're only on it for, I'm sure it's about 2 months now. My friend has been on it ever since I got the first one, so he's continuing with it. He's actually even allowed to travel overseas, and he's wants to go see his family overseas. So what it's done for my wife, we went to, she got diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and we went to a specialist with a blood test and all that, and he said there's something not right. So I asked him, in what way? He said nothing. He said something not right. He says, according to the blood tests, you're no more type 2 diabetic, you are now pre-diabetic. So it's taken her diabetes count right down to the bottom. So another couple of months and I'm sure she'll be off her tablets. Because the tablets is the thing that destroys your body inside. So she had the same thing in her hands, so she couldn't clap hands. Thumbs were also too sore, but it was too sore to clap hands. She can do it now, no problem. So this lifestyle, I'm making it an effort to try and get it out there to my family members, friends, and loved ones that's been in my life ever since, and that we had some great fun. So please like, subscribe, and share on my channel. I've got a YouTube channel. The landing page is got a list of all diseases and issues that people are having all over the world today. If you land on there, you see one of the issues or sicknesses or diseases there that one of your family members or even you or your friends are suffering with. At the end of the video, the main video, if you go and watch the main video, you will find my number there. You can send me a telegram or WhatsApp or a message or even a comment on YouTube, and I'll return live testimonials from people that are on this miracle patch, and you can see the benefits they're getting out of it. A lot of people, their diseases, injuries, brain injuries, back injuries are going away, and they're living without pain. So all you have to do, it's a no-brainer, send me a message and I'll look you up to this product, and you can send me your testimonials of what it's done for you, your family, your friends, or your loved ones. So guys, don't even think about it. It's a no-brainer. What you paying on tablets and all that type of thing. Remember, there is nothing coming out of you going into your body. So it is not destroying your kidneys or your liver or whatever that gets destroyed once you're on the big pharma smarties. So I'm waiting for you to send me that message so I can hook you up and we can help the people all over the world together. So on the next slide will be how how it's working, how the product works, and then our panel doctors that are now using this product to help their patients, and their testimonials of uh, how the product works, and that they say they get results within hours on some of the issues that people are having. So that's how powerful this X39 is. Uh, so so here on top here, there's a link. You can just click on it and go to the it will take you straight to my landing page. Please subscribe there so that you can help me uh, uh, get a little bit of finance to keep doing this every week. And over here, there's also a link. It comes up there. You can just say otherwise up there in the corner or this side. So please don't hesitate. Subscribe to my channel. Get your testimonial every week, free and automatically. So I'll hope to see you. Thanks for being here with me, taking the time to listen. And I'll see you on the next slide of how the product works, clinical studies, and what the doctors think about this product. A lot of the doctors, I've got 5 doctors that I signed up, and they all told me this wasn't supposed to be out. It would have taken between 20 and 50 years still. But it's here. Through the genius of our CEO and the inventor and finder of these products. His name's David Schmidt. So I'll see you on the next slide, and we can chat there of how it works and all that. And then there's another slide of the testimonial of the week. It's a person that's on. She's got some injuries from car accident. She broke her neck, and what this project's done for her, that you'll hear from her straight direct. I've also got my own testimonial, which is, if you go on my YouTube channel, week number 10, that would explain to you how I got onto this and how many people I've helped, and I've helped the pets with it as well, the dogs. And have a look at it there, it's all there, and their own testimonials. A lady that hasn't walked into a shopping centre for 7 years, and she's in there, she had polio, and knees collapsed, and she couldn't afford to have knee replacements. So don't hesitate, guys. Go into it, check it out, and I'll see you on the next slide. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you. Thank
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin. which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally.
X39 right off the bat.
My name is Leland Stillman. I'm a local general internist who specializes in integrative and natural medicine. For those of you from Tampa area, hello. I'm new to the area. We're taking new patients for the record. So my friend Renita Brannon, I met through some really wonderful like-minded people, and she kept bugging me about this. And in the integrative wellness space, I'm sure you know there's a lot of products, there's a lot of network marketing products, and there's not necessarily a lot of good network marketing products. And she kept telling me that I had to check this out, and so I did, and I started recommending it to my email list and my patients, and then the reviews started rolling in. And people were happy. People were getting results that I couldn't get with supplements and diet and lifestyle changes in a lot of cases, and people kept signing up and kept renewing. So that's how I got here.
Friends are just like all of us. They want to have fun. They want more for, obviously they have their practice. They want to bless their people, but you know, they're protected in their offices. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get to them, but they really, once you get to know them and it's fun, where else can all of us be connected together in a cause to bless other people? And that's what their main focus is. So Dr. Stillman, I've listened to some of your podcasts, so I'm pretty up on some of the stuff you got. And I'm really excited about the peptides. Now, we talk about the copper peptides. Can you kind of jump in and talk a little bit about peptides and explain so we can all understand the importance of peptides?
Yes, so for those of you who don't know, peptides are really how this whole product works. Now, peptides can be anything from a few amino acids long, amino acids are the building blocks of protein, up to hundreds or over 100 sequences or amino acids long. When you start changing what peptides are doing, the way I look at peptides and proteins and enzymes is they're basically like the tools the body uses to get things done. And what you're seeing when you're using these patches is the manifestation of these proteins doing the work inside the body. And part of what finally, because I have a similar story to him, I was very skeptical. Renita would not stop blowing my phone up, and I'm grateful that she did. Because, you know, I get approached with tons of products. I'm probably only affiliated with a half a dozen brands at most because of the sheer number of products out there and the fact that I don't need a whole lot to get people better. So with peptides, the way that these peptides work, at least, particularly the X39 and the X49, is they take free copper in your body and in your body's tissues and in your bloodstream, and they put it to work doing what it's supposed to be doing in the GHK and AHK peptides. That's what you get the wound healing from, that's what you get the regeneration from, that's where you're seeing people's neurological issues go away. That was the thing that won me over, was particularly seeing people with the neurological issues give me testimonials and say, this has been amazing for my MS flares, this has been amazing for my foot pain that nothing else has helped, et cetera, et cetera. The thing that I want you all to know about peptides is that peptides can also be injected. Now, why do they have to be injected? Because your stomach has got stomach acid and enzymes that break down proteins, amino acids, and peptides. That's why you can't eat GHK peptide or AHK peptide and get the therapeutic effects that you would get with the LifeWave patches, right? Otherwise, we'd put this in a pill, wouldn't we? Because people are ready to buy a pill. They're used to that. They're like a little bit more skeptical of patches. The thing is, if you're going to bypass the stomach, you have to put it through the skin. So what do? You draw it up with a needle. The most common peptide that all of you have heard of is actually called insulin. It was the first peptide used therapeutically in the world, and of course it's a life-saving medication. But now we're using more and more and more peptides. The world of anti-aging, regenerative medicine is just exploding with these peptides. Whole books are being written about them, more and more being characterized characterized, more and more being synthesized. People are importing these from other countries. Compounding pharmacies are using them, and people are getting great results. But here's the thing. 80% of the public doesn't want to inject themselves or have their family inject them with anything. They just want to live their life and be left alone. The beauty of the LifeWave patches is that they provide the benefit of peptides without requiring the needles. You don't have to keep track of the needles. You don't have to worry about needle sticks or accidental needle sticks. You don't have to worry about contaminating yourself with somebody else with a needle. You don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to go through the pain and discomfort. You don't have to get used to injecting yourself, which of course a lot of people have to because they may have diabetes or some other reason they've got to inject. And that was why I started to use them. The other reason why, and that's so important, is that I want you all to know that much of the disease that you're seeing today is related to minerals being dysregulated in the body. And I started to use minerals in my practice some years ago and was really shocked by the results. And that's why when I heard, oh, this is basically a platform that allows me to put minerals to work in the body, well, no wonder it's getting me great results. Copper in particular is really important because when copper gets free and is not bound to the proteins that it's supposed to be using or used by, it will create a lot of free radical damage and a lot of inflammation. And so the minute I saw, okay, people's symptoms are getting better or going away, and then they're actually regenerating, well, this makes sense. We're taking away the source of the damage, and we're actually putting it to good use. And there's a lot more to minerals and mineral balancing, which I do in my practice, which you can find at stillmanmd.com. That's Stillman, just like it sounds. MD is a medical doctor. Yeah, and that's peptides.
I really have to believe that all this stuff that you've been doing, the different injections, the different therapies that you've had, you got to be like, it had to be tough for you to think a quarter-sized patch is going to do this kind of thing. I mean, it really intrigues me by all the stuff you're talking about, and here we got a quarter-size X39 patch that can do some things. Maybe not everything, but it can do, for all those people that don't want to be injected, it really can do some work and some do help them out.
It actually wasn't that much of a stretch, and I want to tell you why. So I fell down the rabbit hole of what you might call quantum medicine 4, 5, 6 years ago. And I was fascinated. I mean, I couldn't stop reading, just paper after paper and book after book, because this is stuff that got lost on the conventional medical community because of the push for pharmaceutical drugs and surgeries, because as you all realize, that's how the system makes its money, right? When the pills are not rolling off of the prescription delivery line, when the surgeons are not taking patients to the OR, no one is getting paid. There's nothing wrong with surgery. I refer to surgeons. I had a surgery on Thursday for a aplastic nevus on my shoulder. But we need to be helping people to stay healthy now more than ever. I mean, I can't stress that enough. This country's in so much trouble. This world's in so much trouble because people are not well. And you can unlock the healing potential in somebody's body by helping them or by getting different types of light into their life. And when I started to hear people in this world of LifeWave talk about guys like Robert O. Becker and his work on the body electric and electrical current and regeneration, I read Becker's work 4, 5, 6 years ago where he talks about how the body is this big electrical system. That's how acupuncture works. That's why the AccuLife patches make so much sense for me. And I've been using light since then. I mean, I'll have people buy these very expensive, very sophisticated light therapy products that have the same peaks at these patches. And this was another thing that got me off the fence, is I had a number of patients say to me, Dr. Stillman, it's really great that you want us to all go out and get sunlight for vitamin D and infrared light, and you want us to buy saunas and sit in them for 20 minutes or 40 minutes, or you want us to get these fancy lights that are $250 to get started and $1,000 for the big nice ones. But A, we don't want to put that money down on that right now, and B, I don't have 20 minutes to do more than brush my teeth and shower in the morning. I have kids, I have dependent parents, I have a job, I want to be able to go to the gym, I want to be able to have a life. So what can you give me that fits into my life? And that's what's great about these, is that they're on my desk. So the first thing I do in the morning, if you watch my lives on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern, you'll often see me actually put the patches on myself because they're on my desk.
Okay, well, like you said, there was the wheelchair thing. It's a long story. I've kind of had a tough road to hoe for most of my life. I was exposed. We had in our community a chemical spill, I guess you would say. A company was dumping lead and arsenic into a creek, and it was going down to a municipal lake, and my parents were renting a house on the path of it. And my mother was exposed to lead and arsenic real heavy when she was carrying me. And she got really sick, and they thought she was having a miscarriage. She was sick from the poisons, and they wanted her to complete the miscarriage, and she decided against it. So here I am. But then I had osteoarthritis was from her side of the family, but I don't know really which came first, the chicken or the egg, or whether this poison fueled the arthritis or what, but it just ran rampant. I did do pretty good, like Mark said, in high school, and I played football a couple of years and played in a band. So I was, had a pretty good life till then. But then I got graduated from high school and went to work, and then that's when things started to deteriorate. I had back trouble, couldn't stand very long, and every job I had was on my feet. And so I had several, real bad back aches and stuff, and had some herniated disc and that kind of stuff. And then the older I got, I ended up having, I've had both ankles replaced, and I've had bone grafts in both ankles, and I've had both knees replaced. I've got an elbow replaced, and I've got 3 plates in my neck. So I still probably need to have a hip replaced. It's wore out. And I've got a shoulder that they want to do the reverse shoulder procedure on. And honestly, I was married for 48 years, and my wife passed away 2 years ago. And she helped me through all those surgeries, and, was my rock, and helped me with the therapy and everything. And I'm living alone now, so that it's really hard to do anything living alone. So I'm trying not to have any of those surgeries because of that. I'm putting them off. I told the doctor, unless there's a bone hanging out or I'm bleeding to death, just forget it. I'm going home. So hopefully I'm hoping that the X39 and stuff will maybe help prolong these joints and not have to have surgery until I make it to the finish line. So, but I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years ago, I was going to the restroom at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the ground, and I couldn't get up to save my life. And it was my legs had quit working. I was just literally paralyzed from the waist down. So not to drag that out, but I had surgery. They did a laminectomy of the spine to release some of the pinched nerves from the stenosis. And although it was successful, I still couldn't walk right away. I had to repair the damage and heal the nerves and that kind of stuff. So I did. And it was a very slow process. It took me about a year to get up and walk in with any kind of benefit. I could go into a store and buy something real quick and get out. I could drive. I could go, to a convenience store. I could go to a restaurant and stuff like that. And it was getting better every day. And then I had to sell our place. We had 6 acres and a nice house out in the country. I sold all that and ended up in an apartment. And I was having trouble with the parking there. It was a student complex, and there were just a lot of students, and they all had several cars, and I just couldn't get a parking place close to my apartment. So I decided to buy a house. So I did that. But anyway, I was at the apartment one day, and I just noticed my shoulders were hurting real bad, and my left arm was numb, and a lot of other things. It felt like a torn rotator cuff. I've had those. And I went to see an orthopedic surgeon, and he said, well, since he said, you do need a shoulder and you do have 2 torn rotator cuffs, but he said, I believe the left arm is from something in your neck, probably pinched nerves in your neck. So he did a CT scan, and it came back, everything's terrible, nothing's good. And I told him I was having trouble walking with my lower back. So he did a full myelogram. I have to have a myelogram because I can't have a MRI because I've got a pacemaker. So he did that, and it's same thing. It came back just really bad. And my walking started to deteriorate again, and it got to where I was really just not doing it. I had several surgeons. The first surgeon that did the myelogram said, you know, it's bad news. You know, it's very serious, and I don't know that I could fix anything with a knife. And I said, if we do go in there, you might not survive the surgery. So I thought, well, no, I'm not going to do that. So I set out to find maybe a more confident surgeon. And I went through about 6, and none of them would attempt it. And finally, the last one I saw was in Temple, Texas, where Scott and White has their insurance company and their big hospital. I think it's the second largest in the world. And I went there and saw their Top Gun with the surgeon, and he said the same thing. He said, I'm not going to. So I don't think there's I can't do anything for you. He said, you might as well get used to being in a wheelchair the rest of your life. So that pretty much hurt my feelings. And I was headed home back to Bryan, about 80 miles. And I was just thinking, you know, Mark had sent me a book, Neil Cannon's Vitality Secret. And he told me about the patches. And I thought, well, you know, if modern medicine can't do anything for me, then might as well take a shot at this. And I told Mark I wanted to do everything he was doing, and except going bald. So I got on the diet, and that was pretty impressive right away. I noticed some results. I've lost about 50 pounds, and the cleansing, I think, had a lot to do with it. And then I got the patches, and I just started with the X39 and 49, and then I graduated to the glutathione and carnosine and Eon. And I used the ice wave for pain, and things just started getting better. And I'd like to caution people when they start this to start looking at some of the little things that you don't even notice. You know, like my hands were real. I couldn't work with anything real little or pick up stuff, you know, like buttons and things like that. I have a lot of medication. I couldn't put it in the little containers because I couldn't pick anything up. And after a while, I'm putting the pills in the container, and I'm starting to do things like button this top button on my shirt. It's not now because it's wore out. But anyway, my wife had done that for all these years. And I just reached up there one day, wasn't thinking about it, and buttoned the shirt. And I've got a big knot. I've got arthritis all over my body, but I've got a big knot on the side of my hand, kind of in the thumb area. And that thing hurts all the time, just excruciating pain. And I just noticed sitting there watching TV one night, I said, that thing doesn't hurt anymore. And then I just started working with the walking, and started getting stronger and stronger. Now I'm back where I was before it went south. And I was diabetic. I was on insulin. And I've been seeing I've got a doctor I've been seeing for a number of years, and he sees me every 3 months for the diabetes and runs blood work. So the blood work kept getting better and better, and he said, you know, I don't think you need to cut back on the insulin. So I started cutting back, and once I started doing that, I just kept cutting back, because he kind of put me in charge of it. Just you be the guide and the judge. So I kept cutting it back, and if I didn't have a problem, I'd cut back some more till I wasn't taking insulin anymore. So that made me real happy. So then I had blood work done again, and it just all came back. Nothing was out of range. Everything was in range. First time that's ever happened. So I had also, prior to going on the patches, I had gotten real short of breath one night, and I went to the ER, and I stayed there 4 days, and not in the ER, but they admitted me, and they said, you've got acute on chronic congestive heart failure. And, well, why wouldn't I? You know, I've got everything else. So they put me on oxygen 24/7. I didn't like that at all, because I had to carry the tubes around, the tanks and all that. So that's about the time I started the patches. That would have been about May, I think. And around here, it's pretty hard to get in to see a doctor. You're looking at 3 to 5 months to get an appointment. So I kept waiting. They made me some follow-up appointments, but one doctor did go ahead and order a bunch of heart tests. I did a stress test and several other things. And while I was waiting to do that, I'm taking the patches all along. Finally, the day comes to do a follow-up with the heart doctor. And she said, well, have you seen your results? And I said, well, I saw them on my chart, but I don't know what they mean. She said, well, I'll tell you, they're really good. And I said, well, you don't sound that happy about it. She said, well, I'm happy. I just don't understand it. But your blood work's excellent. I mean, your heart test turned out excellent. So I said, do I have to take this oxygen anymore? She said, no, you're sitting here in the office without oxygen and you're breathing that oximeter 97%, I think. So she said, you can ditch that stuff. So I did gladly. And that's pretty much about it. Here I am.
So thanks, guys, for watching the whole testimonial with me. And I hope to hear from you soon. As you can see on this last slide here is the Power of Life race, and all to thanks David Schmidt, our founder and CEO of the company. So don't hesitate. Drop us a message. As you can see, I'll be your distributor because you saw this product on this video. So please like and subscribe and share my channel so that I can get some financial benefits to do all this work. And just don't forget, guys, this is a miracle patch. That's how it looks like again. That's all it is. No injections, nothing going into your body. It just sticks on parts of your body, and you get all the miracles, the benefits out of it. So please like and subscribe on my channel. My landing page is a list of all diseases and issues that we are having throughout the world now. And if you see one there that relates to one of your family members, friends or loved ones, drop me a message on the number below, which is, as you can see, it's down below, which one it is, and I'll send you live testimonials back from people that are on this technology and getting fantastic results, and you can see it for yourself. So guys, don't hesitate. I'm waiting to hear from you, and thanks for watching the video all the way through, and I'll definitely see you next Saturday when I upload the next testimonial. So enjoy the week, and think about this. It's nothing to think about. It's a no-brainer. But I know for a lot of people they've got different things going on in their lives and that. So just hook me up and I'll send you more information, and I can hook you up to this technology. You will never be sorry that you've done it. Not only helping people is the most soothing thing in my life because of what happened, how we got to where we are. I lost my business and all that because of that. So hope to see you next week, and enjoy the week. Stay healthy, stay strong, and stay younger. And let's see each other again next week. Thanks for being here, and greatly appreciated. And I'm definitely waiting to hear from you. We don't need the people to live with suffering and all over the world. Let's do this, guys. We're after 1 billion family. That is our target. Thank you and enjoy the week. Bye.